Hello everybody and welcome back to Every Pokémon Ever. After running 1,000 miles last episode, I needed to take a break, so I finally sat down to enjoy the new Pokémon movies. And as I thoroughly enjoyed myself,
I guess he'll do. Here's your traditional welcome kiss. I
remembered watching the first movie back in the day, and how it not only had its own webpage on the internet, but also a crazy golden VHS hunt, giving Willy Wonka a run for his money.
We have the great glass elevator to speed things along.
So what about the current films? Maybe there's even more content to check out in relation to these stories. Let's find out together. But be warned, travelers, the early 2000s can be a dark and mysterious place. Here we go. Our online adventure actually starts over at Kids WB. As I mentioned before, you'll remember Warner Bros. Had their hands on the English distribution of the franchise for a time. Well, in 2000, somebody at Kids WB decided to craft this lovely little game in honor of the first movie. Only a year too late. Missed the hype train there. Anyway, let's see how far we can get. You guide Mew left-right trying to catch falling Pokémon, some of which makes sense and some... Executor? You can also move quickly back and forth, but you deplete your flowers. Don't lose all of those. Wait, Butterfree? Again? I guess the first Butterfree was pink, and this one is regular. Of course, pink Butterfree isn't even the shiny form of Butterfree, so what's it doing here? There was an episode arc of the anime through the Orange Islands where Ash and his friends visited Pinkin Island. Get it? Pink and Island. Jesus. And surprise, surprise, on the island there's a pink fruit that turns Pokemon pink, so you have like Pink Mankey, Pink Rhyhorn. But this game came out after Gold, Silver, and Crystal, so why include the pink Butterfree? I guess she just lives on forever in our hearts. Anyway, the more you know. We have to beat this thing. Come on. Okay, this ghastly animation is actually cooler than the Game Boy games. Wow. And if by some miracle you make it far into this game, you'll eventually be met with Mewtwo, who makes it harder by shooting down electrical balls on your head. Well, that was worth it. Now let's head over to Pokemon.com, which has been revamped since we last checked it out. Time for some Poke fun. Digging through here, we can find some new activities. Let's start up with the good old Jigsaw puzzle, which is its own downloadable program. Oh, okay. Well, isn't that fun? Aye. We can also print out our very own word searches. You guys want to take a minute here? I found a backwards hoot hoot! And soda. And of course, crossword puzzles. Were these actually ever fun? Or was this website catered to old people? Here, Sonny, I got my crossword puzzles and a can of prunes. Just as an example of what we have here, let's do some of the clues. Or not? I guess these old clue files were Microsoft Word-based and are long gone. With no clues, this puzzle is just entered expert mode. Printable word searches and crosswords may not be everyone's cup of tea, but fret not, I say to all the hip youngsters out there, because there's even more as we travel on over to the official Pokemon 2000 movie website. We just need to install Flash again. 11 out of 10 dentists would not recommend doing this, but I have no choice. Look at this place. This looks so 2000, doesn't it? I guess we can start by checking the downloads. Oh, sound effects. Am I on a submarine? Oh wow, you can get a free Pikachu promo card and Lugia coin in specially marked video cassettes. Well, that's too bad. None in here. You can view the all-new Dreams video by Alysha. Who is Alysha? Well, let me tell you, this story's like American Idol on steroids.
If I were you, I'd phone up the War Department, volunteer your services, because you've just invented a new form of torture.
12-year-old Alysha Antonino was heard by Carol Sager of the Song Team, which, by the way, included notable songwriter David Foster, and she was invited to come record the song Dreams for the Pokémon 2000 movie by Atlantic Records after they heard her voice submission for a contest. How random and completely amazing is that? She also got to perform at a live venue for the film. Yeah, there was also a live televised event hosted by Kel Mitchell. Remember Kel Mitchell?
Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. Nope, no stranger than usual.
I would say you had to be there to remember him, but all of a sudden he's relevant again. But this hosted a lot of info about the movie and games, featured some re-decaled Pika bugs, as well as live performances and interviews with several big names of the time, from Dream Street to NSYNC, Donna Summer, Christina Aguilera, and most importantly of all, Weird Al Yankovic. That man is a god. If you know how incredible this lineup was, then you're an OG Pokemon legend. Back on the site, we can also peep a movie trailer and photos, and play with Lugia's balls. Huh. As well as check out some familiar games, Pop Quiz and PokéMatch. Pop Quiz is literally the same exact quiz we already did on the first movie website back in the day. Recycling is cool. PokéMatch is also the same, although they did update the side banner at least to promote the latest arc of the anime, Johto League Champions. Well done. Well done. You might recall that to beat PokéMatch, you have to match the Pokemon with their evolved forms. Still got that random-ass Giselle girl who made fun of that poor schoolboy that one time. Very, very odd choice. Speaking of Pokemon 2000, I fondly remember seeing this one in theaters when I was younger. And even though I didn't get a special TCG card or coin in my VHS box, I did get a bonus for being one of the first ones in line for the film. This is Ancient Mew, one of the biggest mysteries in the Pokemon trading card world. One of the first things you'll notice is that this card seems pretty impossible to use in an actual TCG battle. Ancient Mew has an attack power of 5,000. Trust me. It was more of a novelty, but if you did want to try to understand what was going on, Pokemon.com has you covered. To find out Ancient Mew's attack, we have to look at Charmander and Mewtwo from base set 2? The first 5 letters of Mewtwo's PC attack are P, S, Y, C, H. And Charmander's special is Ember. So put an E on the end of that bad boy and we get Psyche. Okay?
Are you sure you don't want to see a psychiatrist?
Psychiatrist! I am!
And the riddles continue. Its HP is equivalent to Diglett's Mud Slap attack power in base set 2. You know, I'm just gonna say this. This kinda seems like a marketing ploy to get you to buy base set 2 packs. Nah, just saying. Anyway, so on and so forth, all of a sudden, the mysterious Ancient Mew becomes legible, and you can use it to confuse your opponents. After our last TCG adventure, I don't plan on ever playing the game again, but if you do, you can have fun with this. Cartoon Network also jumped in on the Poke fun with a couple new web additions. There was this Pikachu coloring page. Peekaboo confirmed. You can't even color the background or logos. Lame. Also a bio program called PokéBios. And this thing called Catch 'em All. Very intriguing. Now, while the premise of a 2000 movie aired in the second anime arc, the aforementioned Orange Islands, which were mostly Kanto-based, the next entry in the series brought us fully into the Johto world with Pokémon 3 The Movie. This video cassette could come with a special promo Unknown J card. My favorite letter is J, said no one ever. Woo! How exciting! As well as an unknown decoder. Oh! But more on that in a little bit. Entering the site, we can look through production notes detailing how Michael Hagney brought the script to life. I don't think I will ever recover from my last conversation with him.
Brandon is a way better Pokemon trainer than you are.
Anyway, we can also travel to this cool-looking apparatus. Check this out! All the unknown? These keep getting better and better. I hope you've studied your unknown alphabet. If you didn't, go back and watch this episode here. That was very helpful, I'm sure. You can find several Pokédex entries throughout the site, noting that unknown can create alternate realities? As well as more synopses of the film. Nice! If we at this time head back over to Pokemon.com, we can find ad banners egging us on to unlock the mystery by partaking in the Ruins of Alph Sweepstakes, as well as a chance to win a trip to the Mayan ruins in Mexico. What does this have to do with Unknown at all? Absolutely nothing! But that is so cool! Reminiscent of the aforementioned first movie VHS contest, in which you could have won a trip to Japan to duel Cardmaster Ishihara in the flesh. Ishihara Masuda. Tatakai ni sonate roba o jumbi shite kutsai. Watashi ga shori soro kado jitsu. If this ever loads.
In a secret underground chamber.
Well, that was cool. Oh no, the sweepstakes is closed. Well, that's what happens when you're busy out there being a Pokemon master. It was super easy too. All you had to do was decipher this message. Unknown newbies could use the decoder card, but we don't need it at this point. See what odd egg hatches. Interesting statement. Makes me think back to when we hatched our little Pichu on our adventure. Ah, memories. And look at the prize, again, a trip to the Mayan ruins, a Cancun adventure. They really went all out on this thing, even if these pictures look like they were taken on a Game Boy camera. The only thing really worth noting on Nintendo's official site is this Pokemon Crystal ad. Clearly a great addition. Ha! I see what you guys did there. We can also travel over to the GameFreak HQ main site to see a project called Pokemon Park. I know. We've had several encounters with this name before, but this one's even different. It's just mainly an art hub, but some of this isn't really widespread nowadays, so it's fun to see. I don't know what this page entails exactly, but there's our friend Professor Elm, in a landmass covered in trees called Pokemon Island 2001. Wouldn't you know it? Not to be confused with that Pokemon Island from Kanto, where Professor Oak just abandoned me in the wild, with nothing but my wits and a camera. Evidently, by clicking on it in certain areas, we can discover Pokemon. Meryl. Bellsprout, of course. And Mr. Mime? What? Why? Okay. Anyway, there are also these awesome Johto-themed wallpapers. Whoa, nice. I know nobody has ever said this, like ever, but I have to say that I think the best one here has to be Spinarak. Just look at this cute little fella. And back over on Pokemon.com, there are also some fun news blurbs. It looks like Pokemon Stadium 2 finally premiered. Damn it. That's right, the dreaded sequel to that one game I completely despise. Don't expect an episode on that, unless Brandon challenges me. But the event was awesome. Attendees could win real-life money, and view a championship bout between female boxing icons Laila Ali and Jacqui Frazier. Now, while the pair were normally seen in public together like this, here they were going head-to-head in some Stadium 2 minigames for charity. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee drone. Am I right? No, that joke didn't work. Bad puns aside, nothing beats early Pokemon events.
Why can't we have fun things like this today, Pokemon? Why?
And coming back here, we see that Pokemon.com got a complete remodel. It's okay, children. Balloon Blossom won't hurt you. Just haunt your nightmares. Virtual web plugins, much like Pokemon, have also evolved over time. And now we have this hard-to-read setup for the 4th Johto-centric movie, Pokémon Forever.
Oh yeah, Blue Edge, baby.
This also brought some new games. Tic-Tac-Toe with Celebi is just what you'd expect. And just in case you're wondering, I'm actually a tic-tac-toe master. Here's how you win. 60% of the time. Every time. We also have a brand new memory game. This simple memory game involves flipping cards and trying to make a match. Sounds oddly familiar. Definitely reminiscent of that one time we used the coin case to access that lost memory game. And a thrilling round of Who's That Pokemon? Most of this is child's play. Obvious answers. What the hell is... Oh, Poliwhirl, seen from the side. How did I not get that? You might ask what this creature is here. This is a Kecleon, debuted in the anime. And I have no idea what a Kecleon is. In all of my journeys, filling my Pokédex, all 251 Pokemon, I'd never found one of these. What is that? I think somebody's making stuff up. Speaking of fake Pokemon, we haven't even talked about Neopets yet. For those unexposed to the weird early 2000s phenomenon, Neopets were digital creatures that you could feed and take care of in a virtual world called Neopia. Not too dissimilar from Pokemon. In a weird crossover promotion for Pokemon 2000, there were actually sponsored Pokemon games within the Neopets world. The first was Pokemon Match, PokeMatch for short. Not to be confused with PokeMatch from Pokemon.com. Still just as fun, right? No. There was also another game released called Pikachu's Pikaseek at the Pokemon Factory. Rolls off the tongue there. Where you would lead Pikachu on a quest to find Pokémon The Movie 2000 merch. After all, it's his dream to own things with his own face on them. Where am I even looking here? Wow. This is... yeah. This next one is a very, very loose connection, but back on the Kids WB portal we can also find Jessie, among other WB licensed baddies, trying to find out which one has the smelliest sock. This doesn't really count as a Pokemon tie-in, I just thought it was funny. Jessie has smelly feet. IGN's gonna write an article on that someday. You just watch. There was one more online game in the 2000s era of Pokemon worth mentioning, and that's called the Cyberworld Pokemon 2000 Adventure Game. You had to download a special browser to play this game, and unfortunately the game is simply unplayable today. Literally, all you can find online are a plot of the game and a couple of screenshots. I just wonder if there's a way to get this lost media up and running again. But as you can see, I'm having absolutely no luck with that, so with a heavy heart, I must move on. We have had an incredible journey through the online world of Pokemon during the Johto arc. Where will we advance next? Who knows? But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.
Oh, hey Cody, how you doing? Al here. Listen, I know you're super busy, you got a lot going on. I really hate to bother you, but, well, there's something I've been meaning to tell you, and I'm afraid it just can't wait any longer.
If I'm gonna be a Pokemon master, I need to get the Cyberworld game to work. But how?
Every Pokémon Ever is 100% non-profit, by the fans for the fans, but there is a way that you can help out. We're supporting St. Jude Children's Hospital. Donate today and help end childhood cancer.